Hey everyone, I'm going to attempt to do this while walking, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Matthew 23, verse 1 through 12. Then Jesus spoke to the crowds and his disciples. The legal experts and the Pharisees sit on Moses' seat. Therefore, you must take care to do everything they say, but don't do what they do, for they tie together heavy packs that are impossible to carry. They put them on the shoulders of others, but are unwilling to lift a finger to move them. Everything they do to be noticed by others. They make extra wide prayer bands for their arms, long tassels for their clothes. They love to sit in places of honor at banquets and in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with honor in the markets and to be addressed as rabbi. But you shouldn't be called rabbi because you have one teacher, and all of you are brothers and sisters. Don't call anybody on earth your father, because you have one Father who is heavenly. Don't be called teacher, because Christ is your one teacher. But the one who is greatest among you will be your servant. All who lift themselves up will be brought low, but all who make themselves low will be lifted up. So I really like this passage. It's a favorite. And I want to particularly hold on to that last line, that all who will be brought low will be lifted up. That the greatest among you is a servant. Right? I think that's an important concept to take away from this passage. So, I also don't think it's a novel idea either for Jesus. It's something that he's brought up many times. It's something that I think you can even see in the way that we think about who Jesus is. The idea of God coming into the world and becoming human, being brought low. The way that Jesus dies. He dies in a way that is humiliating, right? In his time, there were a lot of ways to die. But that particular way, it meant something different. So I think that we have to look at this idea of becoming low as something that is core to who Jesus is and what he's asking us to do and how he's asking us to live. And so I would hold on to that phrase and that idea. And I think that, one other thing I want to say about that is I think that, we have in the church been given a lot of small ways to think about service and being a servant. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a lot of the things that we do to provide, a service to others in our community. But I think we have to go deeper than that too, because I don't think Jesus is specifically talking about being brought low by doing something on a Saturday. That may be a small expression of that, but he's talking about how we think about ourselves. He's talking about how we live, how we work, how we organize our lives, how we govern ourselves, how we parent. This is a pervasive way of living that Jesus is asking of us, and it's no small task. And so, I would suggest taking the time to reflect on how this plays out through all of life. And I will offer, for me, this has been a journey, trying to think about how I can put myself in lower places and how I can see others around me be lifted up in ways that are particularly, I guess, interacting with my own sense of status and power and success, because that's when it starts to feel real. And so, I would encourage you to look for ways to do that, to put someone in front of you when it really costs you something, and then to not go chasing after the reward of recognition for what you just did. It can be a tough thing to do, but yeah, I hopefully this can as you attempt to find ways to practice this deep life principle that Jesus gives us, you'll start to see the beauty of it and the gift that it is. Because there's nothing like seeing joy and life come out of another person, and getting to watch the people around you, the humanity around you, be blessed and grow and flourish. And so yeah, that's my encouragement for you with this passage. I would say spend some time with it. It's a good one. Hope you have a good rest of the day.